Welcome to the Comcast CreateLMS demonstration. Notice how we can log in with SSO, IDM or just regular credentials. This is very useful for partners that might not be inside the platform or people that are going through your hiring journey. When we first log in, we're brought to the Learner dashboard. And the Learner dashboard can be switched on or switched off and has elements. The first element we see is communications. We can keep our learners updated with important announcements. We can continue into our next courses. The platform also supports the notion of communications. There's that fine line between an e-learning class where you want someone to be educated versus maybe a document or a piece of content that you just want them to quickly take and confirm that they've taken it. Down the bottom here we can see your courses. Two widgets not shown here but could have been activated via the settings panel in under administration is the calendar widget for training events and the achievement widgets for gamification. And those now appear here. Let's jump straight into courses. You can see that I've got a learning track. This is pieces of learning grouped together in an order that you want to organise, and so as to not overwhelm the learner. And you can see here that the journey starts with the new hire participation acknowledgement onto the privacy class and then onto customer approval. This is a nice way of delivering content in a structured flow where the learner isn't overwhelmed with all of these classes at once. Let's jump in and take a look. So here I can read and take the content and move to full screen if needed. Let's jump back to the dashboard. This is where my communications are stored and I can update my credentials. Notice how we support multiple email addresses. This is very useful if you're using the learning management system as part of your pre-hiring and early onboarding. Let's jump to the admin panel. The admin panel has detailed and extensive reporting which drills down. Adherence to timelines, for example, if you want to set training to be completed in a set number of days, and whether they've passed or failed, and much more information. Reports drill down and can be exported. The department level, which is effectively groups of users that can be auto-assigned content. At the course level, learning tracks, assessments, your communiques, training compliance, tenure, and surveying. The nomenclature of the platform is incredibly simple. New anything is here. So for example, a new department, course catalogue, course, learning track, you'll always find it there. Mass actions happen here, and you can select it to happen to all events. And we go to the mass action button here, and you can assign courses, assign surveys, communications, and so on. The singular level across the platform for edit a course, edit a user, edit a department, and so forth is managed here on these three dots. Let's jump to a course. We'll edit this course. And this opens Course Builder. You can see there are 7 steps within Course Builder, and you just easily click the next or the previous step. Here we are organising the settings. So how do you want the user journey to go? Do you want it in the public course catalogue? Do you want to allow access and thumbnails? Access was designed for the sales team at Comcast, and this protects you against co-employment litigation. We can cover more of this on a one-to-one later. Content. We work on the notion of content elements. These are featured on the right-hand side. We can see that we have articles, so rich text media, audio, presentations, quizzes, the support for SCORM files, video, evaluations such as S4X, which we developed for Comcast and follows the standardized S4X process, and events such as webinars. Let's just drag one in quickly to show you. We're huge fans of blended learning. You just give your course a title, a description, a welcome message to joiners for the video web meeting and the training room, the dates that you want to run the session, the location if that's important, whether you want a moderated event, and then some really good information down here. You can mute users when they join, you can allow them to listen only, you can record the webinar, and you can also have the webinar appear back in the e-learning class and people can take that later should you so desire. You can preview what this looks like by pressing this button here. If certification is important to you, you can add certificates here. You can set time limits. You can set validity periods. So for example, set this for 365 days and notify the person 20 days beforehand, and you can upload custom certificates. You can also add surveys, and these can be time bombed. So for example, you might want to conduct a knowledge check, and that's Course Builder. Really easy. Let's jump back to the admin panel. Other important features are communications. And editing and building new is incredibly easy. Step 1 is the layout. Step 2 is the content. Step 3 is the publish. Specifically for the care team, we've worked to digitize the S4X process and manage all the graduations through the program. Today, the care team has complete transparency and granular view of everything that's going on with their partners. One of the other important elements that the care team needed was the ability to play content locally through the local area network for an organization. This is really important where the last mile of the internet may be not so reliable or where bandwidth needs to be protected. Setting up a new NAS is as easy as following this simple wizard step. You can manage user guides and manuals and other important documents. We've also developed forecasting capability so that Comcast can predict future training budgets and spends. And back to settings. This is where you organize the look and feel of your platform, features enabled and disabled. And this is a very important part of our reliability. Since 2015, we've not had a single minute of downtime, and we're averaging 2 support calls per 100,000 users per week. Hope you enjoyed the platform. If you've got any questions, please reach out to us here at CreateLMS.com. Thank you.